So guys, our lighting build has been complete, production quality, as you can see. So we have now a lighting without the splashes in the corners of the building, and this is how our final lighting looks like. So now I should develop two more functionality for these games. Two remaining functionalities actually. The first one is the physics functionality for when we shoot at physics objects, they bounce around and move in a physics way. The second functionality, is gonna be the bullets holes for our bullets, for our shots impacts on objects. So I'm gonna start with the first functionality. For this I'm gonna open the base gun class located in the guns folder, and it should be this functionality. Actually it's not gonna be a function, I'm gonna just do it in the fire a shot function. So I'm gonna delete this function, hit physics objects, and I'm gonna do this functionality for the physics object. So first of all, we're gonna check if the hit object implements the interface hitable. So if it is an enemy, if it's not an enemy, we're gonna check to see if it simulates physics. So I'm gonna drag from the hit component actually, and see simulates set is simulating physics. I'm gonna add a branch here to see if it is simulating physics. If it is simulating physics, we're gonna add an impulse to it. So add impulse at location. The location is gonna be the impact location, the impact point in the hit result. I'm gonna add some rewiring, reroute nodes to this to make it clean. Also for the target line. So now we have the location of the impulse. Now we have to set the impulse itself. So for the impulse, it's gonna be the forward vector of the player camera, the first person camera, get forward vector here, multiplied by a float, of value 100,000 for a good impulse, a good push on physics objects. This value, and we plug it for the impulse. We plug it in for the impulse. Should be like that. Okay. Now we're gonna test these guys. So gonna compile, save my base gun, and go to the first level, to the level editor, and add some physics objects to the main area of the structure. So basic, it's gonna be looking for the cube, yes. So this one, gonna just add some cubes here to see where did I go. So I'm gonna add some cubes here to see. And I'm gonna just delete it. Shouldn't be there. can add it here. Because the translation snapping is set to 50. Sorry for that, guys. Can add the cube to the level, and can I just add more cubes. Another one next to him to make a cube form. Another one, hitting Alt. Should make sure also these cubes simulates physics. That they simulate physics. So gonna select them all. Lighting needs to be rebuilt. So looks like we need to rebuild the lighting production quality another time, which is not gonna be an issue. Just hitting the build lighting button, and that's it. So now I'm gonna see in the physics section, simulate physics. That remove with the lighting needs to be rebuilt for some reason. Now I'm gonna duplicate all of these and put them in another place. My camera speed is too low for this. Value of 4 should do the job. I just move them in another place, like that. Rotate them. To just put some stuff that can be bounced around when we hit them with our guns. So like that. Gonna hit simulate for this to go to the ground. Simulate, and I'm gonna keep the simulation situation for the level. So simulate. Okay. Yes, they went to the ground. Gonna just right click on them and keep simulation changes to maintain their physics position for the level design. So now I'm gonna move. What did I do? I should stop the simulation actually. Alright, then I'm gonna just check to see them. Okay, the right position, they're on the floor. I'm gonna duplicate them to put them another instance in another place. Then we're gonna shoot at them with our guns to see how this looks. Alright, so there should be fine. And then I'm gonna just save all and test. So we're gonna spawn at this camera location, current camera location for the spawning, and its new editor window. Not a simulation this time, and I'm gonna check to see. Alright, yes, they're moving as we want them to move. Gonna test for the assault rifle. I have the assault rifle, and I'm gonna shoot at this. Yes, at once. Now guys, the physics functionality for the shot object has been implemented. Now I'm gonna move to the I'm gonna move to the bullet holes, the bullet decals on shot objects. So for this, guys, we should do the following in the basecan class. First of all, we're gonna create a decal material. A decal material is just a material that is created on the shot object to represent the bullet hole. So you should add a bullet hole texture, very easy to download from the internet. You Google up bullet hole PNG. You're gonna find a lot of PNGs, images for bullet holes that you can use for your decal material. So I downloaded this bullet hole PNG. I'm gonna add it to my materials folder. Just add it there. Alright, and now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna just create a new material. I'm gonna call it M decal. I'll just open it. Opening the material. Now I'm gonna get my texture. Gonna maintain T pressed and left click to get a texture sample. Select my texture in the content browser and just set it for this texture sample in the material editor. Now we should set some settings for this material. The material domain should be set to decal, deferred decal actually. Decal blend mode for the decal to appear in the baked lighting, the baked shadows for the lighting. So we're gonna choose debuffer translucent color normal roughness, this setting, sorry, and we're gonna plug as usual our material attributes in their respective pins. So the RGB to the base color, of course, the alpha to the opacity, of course. Now we should have a decal material in the viewport. Gonna wait for it to update. Alright. Material using different, need to use blend mode translucent. Yes, we should also set the setting blend mode translucent for the material. Now we have our decal material, as you can see. So this is what's gonna be represented on the bullet impacts of our guns. So apply to compile the material and save it. Back to the base gun to implement this. So before doing the physics impulse on the object, if it implements the physics, we're gonna add to it a decal. So like that. Should just clear these lines a little bit, because okay, just clear them a little bit for them to be a little bit more neat. Yes, okay. I'm gonna move this there. So doesn't implement the hitable interface, is not an enemy. We're gonna spawn a decal attached to it. Spawn decal attached, just like that. Alright, spawn decal attached, and we're gonna choose our decal material. Our decal material, where is it? This one. Okay. Decal size for the decal is gonna be 10 by 10 by 10. The component to attach the decal to is gonna be the heat component, of course. Gonna just drag a line from the heat component. Location, the impact point. Location type, keyboard position we choose. Lifespan for the decal, for the duration of the display of the decal, 5 seconds. Then it's gone. Now what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna just drag all of these a little bit up. Okay, and drag the other ones a little bit up too, for when it implements the hitable interface. So like that, okay, should be okay, and should be okay like that, just to things to be clear, and that's it. Now what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna add, for conveniency, I'm gonna add, for things to be neat, I'm gonna add a branch here to go in this path, in this process, if we have a blocking hit in the first place. So true, we link it, and if there is a blocking hit, we go there. There is no blocking hit, we do nothing. Compile, save. So we have our new functionality. I'm gonna test these guys now, real quick. Play to see. Now I can see my bullet holes, but okay, as you can see, we have bullet holes on shot object, but okay, they're not displayed the way we want them to be. So this is for a simple reason. I know why this happens this way, because we have to set the rotation for the decal. So we're gonna get, for this, we're gonna get the normal vector of our impact, that is the unitary vector that is perpendicular to the surface of the hit object in the point of impact. We're gonna get it, and we're gonna do a make rot from X to get the rotation for the decal, and then we're gonna be plugging it in the rotation pin for the decal. Compile, save again, play. This time it should work just fine. So we have a proper displayed decal on hit objects, as you can see, guys, and it looks cool on the walls, also on the pillars. It looks okay. Yes, so we see our bullets and so on. Now, guys, one last thing. I'm gonna do a simple fix because we have our nav mesh here. I'm gonna go to my old outliner. In the enemies folder we have the nav mesh bounds volume, this nav mesh for the main area. I'm gonna hit P to display it. So now it's okay as of now, but when I go under this platform, we can see the nav mesh is still displayed under the platform, which is not good because it's gonna mess with the EQS results. You're gonna have EQS locations created underneath the geometry, which you don't want. What I'm gonna do, simple fix. I'm gonna just go to the material, to the landscape, and set for it is used for navigation to false. I'm gonna just search nav, use it for navigation, we set to false. That should fix the situation. I'm gonna go back. We only have the green on the geometry on the surface, not underneath it. Also, I'm gonna remove the useless nav mesh here that we did for testing purposes during the development of this game. This nav mesh, I'm gonna delete it just to keep things okay, not to have EQS results there. And that should do the trick, guys. So this is the game. We finished developing this game. I'm gonna save all for the project folder, and I'm gonna test this game to see how things looks. So spawn default player start. I'm gonna hit play to see. So we start by this on this pedestal. I'm gonna get rid of these zombies before he reaches me, and I'm gonna just take some bullets, get rid of this one too. That's it. The reflections are provided by the reflection captures. I'm gonna get a shotgun now and continue to the main area of the structure. Other one. Get some shotgun ammo and move on. Sit, moving to the outer area, to the light, the sun, and now I'm gonna get some armor, get my assault rifle, and directly steal the gold. So, gotta make sure they don't kill me. get some armor if there is. There's just two of them right now, so let's just okay, gonna just go at them, finish them off. Okay, last one, I'm gonna kill him with the pistol. Where is my body? I think it's on the okay. Okay, making sure he doesn't kill me. Just insist on killing him with the pistol. Alright, so guys, this is the game. Thank you very much for watching this tutorial series all the way to the end, and have a nice day or a nice evening where you are. Thank you very much. Goodbye.